Yeah, guys, so getting back into these clips, the next bug I'd like to address, I do believe is being seen to, and it's right there. It's that turnaround glitch where you go into attack and you get turned around, which can be very detrimental to a fight because against something like a Saiyan or an Namekian, you have to be very careful which openings you choose to take, and you have to be really smart about how you're fighting. So, when you finally go in to take that opening and you get turned around like that, it can be very costly to your fight, to say the least. So I'm happy to hear that that's being seen too, and they're doing something about that. But I definitely think we need to address some more of these issues and some more of these bugs in the game because that's far from the only issue. So I'd be very sad to see only that um, get fixed. So getting into this clip, I just want to point out a few inconsistencies within the fight. One is basically, this is an EU player. We had a very decent 4 bar, I believe, and I said a few times, admittedly, you'll see from the footage, I do mess up my stamina break. I think I input one too many squares and I mess it up. That's a given. But there's a few times which you'll see where my stamina break combo was perfect and he's just able to backstep out of it. And if you guys have played this game enough, I'm sure you've encountered the same thing. Like you'll set up for your stamina break perfectly, and just due to some kind of bug in the game, players with even who you connect well with are just able to back straight out of it and do as they please. Another thing I don't like is the way that ultimate that he's trying to land there is so unpunishable. So like right there, that's what I'm talking about. 5 squares. I mean, right there, I messed that one up. I'm not arguing that one. That was on me. But the one before, 5 squares into a guard break. Everyone knows that's a stun. That's how you do your guard break. And he was just able to back out of it on a EU to EU connection, which I think is yeah, I think that could definitely use some work, to say the least. But yeah, like I was saying about that ultimate of his, people seem to be able to just miss it and then step out of it before you can even attack them. Plus, when they activate it and it doesn't activate, it doesn't cost them any key. It's like how Godbreaker used to be back on Xenoverse 1. And I feel like they've made that move very, very unpunishable. If you do activate it, it is quite punishable. You can vanish behind them, or there's a few ways out of it. You can throw an evasive that can get you behind them, but when it doesn't actually activate, it's very hard to punish because they're able to move out of the animation before you can touch them, and they're not losing a bar of key. So yeah, as you can see, this is ranked. I fought this guy a couple of times, and he likes to play the running game and the vanish game, unfortunately. Right here, I finally got a chance to do something with it, and unfortunately that last hit of my combo that would have led into that Kamehameha didn't connect. But yeah, he ends up taking the BP from me. Unfortunately, I don't have some footage of me playing him with my custom, because there was quite a few parts I wanted to point out on the way he was playing with Godbreaker. But I'll save that for either another video or the end of this video. There's just a few things I'd like to point out to you guys against Godbreaker. Um, but yeah, getting into this footage, I'd just like to point out another inconsistency. It's quite similar to the inconsistency I showed you with the guard break combo where he was just able to back out. So right there, I mean, if you guys feel I didn't time that right and that one, please tell me I'm not timing them right. But from what I can see, man, like I timed those back hits perfect, and it's not the only time that's happened. I just feel like sometimes, no matter how well you're timing some of your hits, certain people, and this guy's EU too, that guy was EU too, so I don't feel like he should just be able to back out of my combo like that. So getting into this clip, I'd been chasing that kid all game, finally hit him with what would be the game winning justice combo, and he just lags out of it, and then gets that win on me, takes my BP. And after chasing him the whole game and fighting him how he was fighting, it can be quite discouraging. One thing I'd like to point out right here, coming up. This I actually would like to find you guys some better examples of this, but unfortunately this is all I have right now. So as Mighty threw his back hit, I didn't actually vanish, but what happened was I was still stunned by something, and this could happen not just off back hits. Sometimes when I'm fighting with people, um, you know, they could throw a bunch of combos out. I sidestep the combo, go into attack, like 2-3 hits into my combo. We'll just start clashing from the attacks that they already missed, or you know, I'll get stunned by a combo they threw, like, you know, somewhere up to like 5 or 6 seconds ago. And it can be, yeah, it can be very discouraging, can be very frustrating to say the least. Hopefully I'll try find you guys some better examples of that, because that wasn't a great one. That's just all I can find in my footage right now. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna cut the audio here and go into another topic, another bug that I'd like to address. So yeah, guys, the next thing I'd like to address, that I believe is a bug that could need attending to in this game, is basically when you see towards the end of this clip, when blocking a charge hit, you can actually catch your block and still be hit by it up to, I believe, 3 or 4 times, and it could be quite detrimental. I've lost games to the damage caused from perfect blocking the charge and it hitting through another 2, 3 to 4 times. Yeah, so you know, you can try and get used to blocking charge hits 2 or 3. There we go, right there. You know, you could try and get used to blocking that 1, 2, 3 times, but it doesn't always happen. Like I say, it's quite inconsistent. I feel like this game has a lot of inconsistencies within it, and that's actually happened to me with moves as well. And like I say, it doesn't always happen, so you can't always plan for it. One game, just pointing out another double clash right here. By the time I came out of the double clash, because shouts to my dude Swag God, by the way, by the time we came out of that clash, Swag God wasn't actually clashing on his screen, but I was, allowing me to be comboed. But yeah, I remember once Pressure Sign, this kid was using Pressure Sign a lot, and he used it towards the end of the match where he didn't have much stamina left. I think it was on his last bar of stamina, and I perfect blocked it and went to start a combo. However, what I didn't know was going to happen was the animation for the Pressure Sign came through twice, the same way the animation for that charge comes through. And what that allowed to happen was for me to take the L. Basically, that last bit of damage killed me. But yeah, getting into this footage, as you'll see coming up, I'm just getting back into clashes and how much clashes can play a role in this game. It gets to a point in this game where I think every time me and Swag God hit each other, we just enter a clash, and you know, that can ruin the game, in my opinion. You're trying to start a fight, you're trying to have a fight with someone, and you know, you're wearing their stamina down. You're getting up to the point where you're going to be able to do some damage with a combo or something, you know, throw in some moves, and then you just clash every time you hit them, allowing both of you to get all your stamina back, and then before you know it, you're right back where you started, like trying to wear their stamina down again. And it's just it's a vicious cycle. It's very repetitive. I mean, look how many times we clashed in a row right there. Like, how can we enjoy a fighting game when we're clashing 90% of the time? Like, I would really like to see some of these bugs get fixed, because like I say, you know, this game can be fun. There's a lot of good aspects of it, but until these bugs are fixed, I'm personally not going to be able to enjoy it like I did Xenoverse 1. But another thing I'd like to mention, I don't actually have footage of it happening, or at least I can't find any. But another bug in the game is to do with a charge back hit. With a charge back hit, sometimes you don't actually see the animation of it being charged. So you think, okay, this guy's just throwing a normal back hit, I'm gonna block that. Go to block it, and before you know it, your guard's broken, allowing you to be put in, you know, a pretty devastating combo. So that's another bug. So yeah, guys, those are a handful of bugs within the game I'd like to see fixed. There are a couple others I'd like to mention, but I don't want this video to be too long. I'd like you guys to be able to watch it and hear what I have to say. So I'm gonna round it up around here. I'd like to hear what you guys think of my comments down in the comments below. And yeah, just please let me know what you guys think. I'd like you guys to all talk about this stuff, so you know we can be heard and we can address this stuff and start to get it fixed. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this video wasn't put together very well. It's my first time kind of doing this sort of video, so please forgive me. But yeah guys, like I say, I really want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. So yeah guys, thanks, peace.